Hello and welcome back to our daily news report. I am your host and today we will be covering a diverse range of latest stories from around the world. So let's jump right in. Our first story comes from Mumbai, where a tragic incident has shaken the city. A massive illegal iron hoarding weighing a staggering 250 tons collapsed at a petrol pump in the Ghatkopar area during dust storms and heavy rains. The devastating fallout has led to a heart-wrenching death toll of 14 individuals, with fears of more bodies trapped under the debris. Additionally, 75 people have been reported injured and one in critical condition. This hoarding, installed by Ego Media, was recognized as the largest in India by the Lanka Book of Records. The National Disaster Response Force and civil authorities have swiftly swung into action, deploying heavy machinery to aid in the rescue efforts. This incident has exposed the issue of illegal hoardings in Mumbai, prompting the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation to order immediate action against all such structures. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Maharashtra Chief Minister has announced a compensation of 5 lakh for the victim's family, with the government also pledging to cover the medical expenses of the injured. Meanwhile, police have filed a case of culpable homicide against advertising agency owner Bhavesh Bhinde and others responsible for the illegal hoarding. Reports indicate Bhinde has a history of legal troubles, including accusations of illegal tree cutting and positioning. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the importance of safety regulations in densely populated urban areas and holding those responsible accountable. Shifting our focus to the political landscape, we turn our attention to the recent Lok Sabha elections in Srinagar, which have garnered significant attention due to increased turnout. In a region where political dynamics have been historically complex, the voter turnout surged from a mere 14% to a notable 37%, signaling a noteworthy development. This increase in participation has been interpreted by Union Home Minister Amit Shah as validation of decision to revoke Article 370, which granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Notably, the BJP strategically reframed for filing candidates in certain constituencies to strengthen their local organizations before further contests. Another significant development was the increased voting participation by displaced Kashmiri Pandits, exceeding 40% compared to previously low single-digit figures. While the BJP don't contest these specific seats, Shah sees the overall increased turnout as a positive sign. He has outlined steps towards restoring statehood, including a period under president's rule followed by delimitation, panchayat polls, and eventually assembly elections. Shifting gears, we now turn our attention to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent nomination from the Varanasi constituency for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Accompanied by a long delegation of NDA leaders, chief ministers from NDA ruling states, and union ministers, Modi marked his third time seeking re-elections from Varanasi. Interestingly, one of the 4 proposers for his nomination was Pandit Ganeshwar Shastri Dravid, known for determining auspicious time for religious ceremonies, including the recent Ram Mandir consecration in Ayodhya. Meanwhile, in Delhi, the Enforcement Directorate has informed the Delhi High Court of their intention to name the Aam Aadmi Party as an accused entity to their investigation of the alleged Delhi excise policy scam. This development comes in the context of opposing bail for former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. The ED accuses AAP of orchestrating a scheme for personal gain through bribes and manipulating the policy for illicit benefits. Naturally, AAP rejected these allegations, claiming potential bias and asserting no concrete evidence has been found despite extensive investigation. Sisodia's bail plea argues for his release due to the unlikelihood of a speedy trial with ongoing arrests and investigations. However, the ED counters by asserting numerous bail petitions filed by various accused have deliberately delayed formal charges. They claim to have gathered digital evidence and witness statements implicating AAP members in a bribery scheme. The ED further alleges that the purported bribery money was used to fund AAP campaigns in the recent Goa Assembly election. Sisodia disputes the timing of the denial of his bail plea, suggesting it is politically motivated. Turning our attention to Karnataka, former Minister H.D. Revanna has been released on bail following accusations in an abduction case. His release was met with jubilation from supporters as he made his way to his father H.D. Devgowda's residence in Padmanabhnagar. However, amidst the celebrations, H.D. Kumaraswamy, the JDS state president and Revanna's brother, launched an offensive against Deputy CM D.K. Shivakumar, accusing him of playing a role in the politically motivated arrest. Kumaraswamy further alleged that a big whale within the government itself was behind the accusations. While details remain vague, Congress MLA Ravi Janiga seemingly supported this notion, hinting at a BJP figure distributing alleged blackmail material. Moving on to a troubling development from Northeast, the National Investigation Agency has filed a charge sheet against the National Socialist Council of Nagaland Isaac Muiwa faction. The charge sheet alleges the NSCN-IM's China-Myanmar module supported banned Meitei militants group in Manipur. These groups aim to infiltrate India and exploit ethnic tensions in the region, ultimately destabilizing Manipur and waging war against the government. It's important to remember that the NSCN-IM signed a ceasefire pact in 1997 and even entered a framework agreement with the Indian government in 2015. Meanwhile, this recent case raises concerns about potential breaches of that agreement. The NIA investigation, following the arrest of M. Ananda Singh and 4 others in July 2023, accused Singh of mobilizing local youth for violence, receiving training from the Chinese People Liberation Army cadres, and acting as a facilitator to these Manipur-based terror outfits. This highlights the complex and volatile situation in India's northeast, where decades-old tensions require a delicate balance. Shifting focus to international relations, the United States has expressed concerns over India's 10-year agreement with Iran regarding the Chabahar port. This critical port plays a vital role in facilitating trade and humanitarian assistance to landlocked Afghanistan. The US State Department warns of potential sanctions risk, which could affect India's planned investments of $120 million in equipment and a $250 million credit withdrawal. This comes despite a previous exemption granted by the Trump administration in 2018, acknowledging the humanitarian and strategic importance of Chabahar. The current US stance could jeopardize future development and raise questions about India's ability to pursue independent trade partnerships. Moving to the Middle East, the Gaza Strip is once again engulfed in conflict as Israeli troops engage in fierce battles with Hamas militants. Clashes, particularly in Rafah, have led to mass displacement of Palestinians, with reports of additional casualties mounting. Amidst the escalating violence, calls for a ceasefire from the United States and efforts by mediators from Egypt and Qatar have yet to yield significant progress. The United Nations reported a staggering number of newly displaced Palestinians, highlighting the urgent need for humanitarian assistance and a lasting solution to the conflict. Adding to the tragedy, a former Indian Army officer, Colonel Vaibhav Anil Kale, was killed in an attack while working with the UN Department of Safety and Security. The attack highlights the risk faced by humanitarian workers on the ground, and the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has condemned the incident, calling for a ceasefire and protection of civilian lives. Finally, in a move that has drawn international criticism, Sri Lankan authorities have arrested Tamils in eastern province who were commemorating loved ones killed in the 2009 civil war. The Sri Lankan government justifies the arrest, citing public health concerns and the potential for reviving the liberation tigers of Tamil Eelam. However, the timing raises questions about their true motives. These arrests coincide with May 18th, a day of mourning for Tamils, while the Sinhala majority South celebrates May 19th as Victory Day from the civil war. This arrest underscores the ongoing challenges in achieving truth, accountability, and justice for Tamils in Sri Lanka. The emotional significance of these commemorations cannot be overstated, and the international community has urged Sri Lankan authorities to respect basic human rights and allow peaceful remembrance. And that concludes today's edition of our Daily News Roundup. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. This is Chronicle Daily signing off.